Thank you for tuning in. All right, the fun part. How can we get our money on point? We talked about taxes. Through making money, at least in most countries, you're gonna pay taxes. At least you should be. Yeah, hopefully you are. So you're paying taxes. Getting your business together means getting that structure together, making sure that you're moving forward and that you can withhold or withstand any type of growth that you have in the near future. And I wish you all the growth that you can handle and that you want. But then it comes down to the money. Where does that money go? What do I do with that money? I remember when I first started keynote speaking several years ago, and I remember getting my first check. Yes, it was just for a few $100s. Getting my first check, and I didn't know what the hell to do with myself. Then a handful of years later, getting my first five-figure check from public speaking, and I it was just it was a EFT. It was just a direct deposit. There was no physical check, I don't think, not for that one. And I was looking, and I was like, and not knowing what to do with it. And no, I didn't. I didn't blow it at the casino here in Vegas. I took care of my family, but very boring stuff that I took care of it with. But the point is that if you're asking for this abundance, as they say, this abundance, this strength, this insight, this growth in this year, okay, you get the growth. Then what? What are you gonna do with that money? I mean, I don't need to know. You don't need to tell. Got 18,000 subscribers right now. You don't have to tell all the subscribers, but you need to know. Your loved ones probably should know, especially if you have a partner or whatever. If you have a CPA or something like that, they should probably know too. So what are you doing? What are you doing with it? Here's some tools I recommend to go ahead and check out if you're trying to figure it out, because at a certain point, you're going to get that growth that you've been hoping for days, weeks, months, years, even decades. There's stuff that's happening now that I wish for decades ago. Not exaggerating at all, but I went beyond a wish and actually, ideally, doing the work necessary to make it happen. And it's starting to happen literally now, which is amazing. But the thing is that once those things start to happen, you have to know what to do with it. Someone gives you $100,000 check, and you've been living on $1,000 a year. It's easy to kind of blow that, and so you have to figure out what exactly structures you're going to put in place when you get the growth that you've been hoping for. One new one that was brought to my attention, shout out to y'all that reached out, investing.com. This allows you to invest in different types of stocks. I started to get more into understanding stock portfolios, other things, frankly, in recent years, and getting deeper into that. Shout out to the CPAs I worked with, other people that have schooled me on it, as well as books and good friends that have got me into the game. Investing.com is a good way to look into it and figure out how you want to invest. I am not a CPA or a financial planner. It's not financial advice. Not sound like one of those shows, but it's important to notify that. Yeah, we can talk about entrepreneurship and startups and all those things. This one I'm going to tread lightly because this is not my expertise. Again, I'm still learning. One important thing to understand though is that particularly through the stock market, you're able to invest and essentially own a small slice or a piece of the companies that are considered public. Public companies are ones that are saying, hey, our whole business, we want people to own pieces of it. And you pay money to own a piece of it, and then you can trade it out based on the laws of that area. You can trade it out whenever you want, and we expect our business to grow, so then you'll get money back from it as an investor. So when people say they own stock in Microsoft or Apple or whatever, that's what they mean. There's also things that are called index funds, which are like uh, basket. I think they literally call it basket. Shout out to my economics teacher back in grad school, but they call it a basket of goods. So it's a basket of things, a basket of stocks that are related to technology, a basket of stocks that are related to exercise and health, basket of stocks that are related to whatever you are into. You can then buy a piece of that basket instead of buying individual stocks. That's called an index fund. Both of them are great. If you're not sure where to start, index funds are a good place to start because then they end up having this average of whatever thing that you're into. If there's one that you're really passionate about, you can research it and get that particular stock. Investing.com gets into that, explains that for you. It's a great place to start. Whether you're doing your business or just for as an individual, having a budget, I don't know what a budget is. Sounds like a French word. Having a budget is really important. SoFi, actually, I work with them quite a bit, just on a personal level, not even me doing partnerships and stuff, just on a personal level. I work with SoFi, love their stuff. They have a really simple app that allows you to keep track of your finances. As you can tell, they have checkings and savings. That's the link right here, where you can actually have your checkings and checkings. Man, this language today. Checking and savings. Why is savings plural, but checking is singular? I think that mistake was on purpose. You can set it up there. They actually have interest rates that are well above the traditional banks and even the credit unions. Shout out to the credit union. So you can work with them on that. There's the link right there, as well as they have investment tools similar to investing.com that I just talked about, as well as other tools that will help you with credit card debt, things of that nature. Be sure and check them out. I like their app quite a bit. I have some favorite apps that I used to use. If you ever use financial apps, you probably know what apps I'm talking about. And a lot of them have died over the last few years. One of them was one of my favorite apps of all time, and they got acquired and died, unfortunately. SoFi's app is a really good second place to those that I've loved and those that I've lost. Rest in peace to those apps, but it's a really good way to keep track of your stuff. It updates relatively quickly too, so you connect it to your respective checking or savings accounts or credit cards or whatever, student loans, whatever you happen to have. And then I think it updates every 24 hours, something like that. But it's a really cool app, works really well. All the services I'm talking about, whether it's you getting a loan or getting credit card help or doing your checking and savings, all within one app. And I think it's really nicely designed. I wouldn't recommend it if I wasn't rocking with it. I rock with SoFi. Be sure and check them out and see what's happening there. If you're like, hey, Damon, I don't even know, I'm trying to just balance my checking account. I don't even know how to balance my checking account. This would be a good place to start. Again, the app makes it really easy. If you happen to be into crypto, then Kraken actually is one of the most reliable services. There's been a lot of drama in the past 4 to 5 years with my friends that are into crypto. They've been schooling me on it. They're like, don't trust this service, that service, all that. Kraken is actually pretty strong if you're interested in getting involved with Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, or any of those cryptos. I've actually done work in the metaverse, and I've actually consulted with some of those businesses. And so the crypto thing, it's here to stay in some form. Interested, if you're interested in getting involved, you can use my link. Actually, it's not even my link, it's just kraken.com. But they've been one of the most reliable ones on there if you're looking to tiptoe and that type of thing. That will fall into the investing part, but definitely crypto will be way more the wild, wild west, probably closer to investing in startups and things like that, which, depending on where you're coming from, that might not be your cup of tea. No pun intended. Might not be your cup of tea, but if you're going to get into it, Kraken would be a good place to start. So, what are y'all looking to do to get your money on point? Are you looking to balance your personal budget more? Are you looking to upgrade your business so you get to a higher level? Are you looking to find more structure that so that you know where your financial money is going? Excuse me. I'd love to know in the comments. Let me know what's happening. So I think there's a lot of good insight that you might be able to share with other folks. You can subscribe to Greenworks TV. It's free, available, 412 episodes, counting today. It's been an amazing run. I appreciate y'all. I'm entrepreneurial coach Damon Brown. I'm here to help you as a side hustler, solopreneur, otherwise a non-traditional entrepreneur. You're watching Greenworks TV Wednesdays live. Allergies or not, 1:11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Vegas time. I appreciate y'all. Jump in the comments. Let me know how you guys are getting your money on point, whether it comes to your budget, whether it comes to your taxes, or whether it comes to your investing. I know for myself, all three of them are on my agenda. Like I said, I'm working on my taxes right now, and getting receipts together and all that fun stuff. That is important, tedious, but very important, particularly here and when it comes to the IRS and American taxes. I'm working on my budget. I literally have a budget sheet over here right now. So I'm working on that, getting the stuff together and, doubling down on the investing. I really got more serious about investing last year and have been happy with, at minimum, how my mindset has shifted and taking things more seriously when it comes to having my money work for me. So even if you're watching the replay, let us know in the comments, what are you working on? Until next time, remember, you can always bring your worth. You can always build from now. Take care of yourselves and others.